Welcome to your second video, my dear students, about our first unit. In our first video, we checked a little information about the past. We were talking about birth dates. We were talking about years. Do you remember? I was born in 1971. I was born in 1971. I was born in Arequipa. I wasn't born in Lima. Okay, so all these sentences are talking about the past. But we are using, look at here. We have an example to understand better this. Okay, you can see here two pictures, right? Two different pictures. Both pictures are about dogs. Yes. By the way, dogs are my favorite pets. I love dogs. Okay. I had many dogs in my life, but I had a special pet, a special dog. He died. Okay. He passed away. His name was Rico. Okay. And they had another small dog, and her name was Chula. I remember these pets. They were amazing. They were funny. They were mischievous. You know what does mischievous mean? Mischievous, travieso. Travieso, yes. So we have these two pictures, okay? Look at here, the puppies. In Spanish, you say puppies, cachorros, cachorritos. The puppies were small 2 years ago, okay? And the dogs are big now, in the present. In the past, the verb, look at here the verb, were. The puppies were small 2 years ago. But now in the present, the dogs are big. Can you see the difference? In the past, we are going to use were, and the present we use are. This is the verb be. So teacher, how do we use the verb be? We have some examples here to understand better how to use the verb in the present and also in the past. Look at here this first example. Tom is at school today. Well, can you see it here? Is. Right, and that's in the present. And the expression, the time expression is important. Today. But look at here. Tom was at home yesterday. Was is the past of is. Tom was at home yesterday. Look at here another example. We're at school today. Are is the present of the verb be. But here in this sentence it changes because it says we were at home yesterday. Look at here the time expression. Yesterday. It's talking about a past event. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? Ayer. Today, right? Today. Spanish today we say hoy. And yesterday. What does it change? The time expression and also the verb. Look at here. The verb changes here. Was and were. Probably at this moment you have a question. No? You say, teacher, so when I use was and when I use were? I know that in the present I'm going to use I am, right? I am, right? I am a teacher. I am from Peru. We use that in the present. She is an actress. Or he is the president of Peru. Or we are from Peru. We use that way. In English, when we talk about in the present tense, the verb be It has three differences. Am, is, and are. But what happens here? Only we can see was and were. And how can we use that? It's a big question. Alright? To answer this question, we need to check this. Okay. The verb be. Okay? But in the past tense, it only has two different ways to write it here. It's gonna be was and were. Okay. It's gonna be singular and plural. Some people say that way. I was. He was. She was. It was. Or we can say you were, we were, or they were. Okay, let's move on. We can use these verbs in the past to say was and were, to say, to express this, to talk about completed activities in the past. Okay, I was at the school yesterday. That's one example. If we check this, we are gonna say I was, to talk about how do you feel, and also to describe the place. Okay, it's gonna be very useful, this verb, to describe how did you feel, how was your feelings in the past, and also where were you. Let me give you some examples. Okay, yesterday I was at home. Okay. I was at home. I was happy because I was happy because I was with my family. Okay, we can say that here he. We know that he replaces the name of a male, of a man. For example, my father was in Lima last month. My father was in Lima last month. My mother, talking about she, you know, she. My mother was in Arequipa. Okay. Or talking about it, we can talk about, for example, a day. Yesterday was a fantastic day because it was Sunday, and on Sunday I was at home with my family. Right? That's the use of was. You can say, express the place, or also you can express the feelings. I'm going to give you more examples. Here when we use you. You were at home yesterday because nobody moved in Lima. You know, on Sundays, everybody are at home. So yesterday, you were at home. Probably you were happy because you were with the whole family, right? We were happy yesterday because we were at home. Everybody here in Peru, right? So they were. You can say they were. They were at home. They were at work. We can use this way, how to use was and how to use were. Acuérdense, queridos alumnos, el was y el were me va a ayudar para describir algo en el pasado relacionado a mis sentimientos, a mis emociones. I was happy. I was tired. Right? I was sad. We can say that. Oh, we were happy. You know? Me sirve para hablar de emociones. Y también para decir en qué lugar está. Yesterday I was at home. Right? We were at home. My family and I, we were at home. We were at home. Can you see that? Puedo utilizar tanto was or were para decir cómo estaba, cómo me sentía y dónde estaba, en qué lugar estaba. Para eso principalmente sirve estos dos verbos del pasado del verbo to be. As I told you before, we use the verb be to talk about completed activities in the past. I was at the school yesterday, or I was at work yesterday, or I was in Arequipa 10 years ago. Okay. We are going to use these expressions. Time expressions are very important when we talk about the past. Yesterday, yesterday morning, yesterday evening, last, this is pretty important, last Monday, last week, last month, last year, in 2010 or in 2010, in the 19th century. Or also we can use 2 years ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago. Okay, we can use these time expressions when we talk about past experiences, and they are very important to mention it. We have some affirmative sentences. John was at the doctor's. Okay, the place, you know. John, or we can say he was at the hospital, at the clinic. We don't know the exact place, but it's referred. This sentence is mentioning that. Also, we have another example. How the feeling. Tom was scared. Why was he scared? Because the bird, he was scared. Remember, the feelings and also the place. Let's provide more examples. To talk about the negative, to give negative sentences, we need to follow the formula. Look at here. We are going to add, okay? We're going to include the expression not. This is the full form, or we can use the contracted form, okay? You can say, I was not, or we were not, or he was not, or they were not. It's important to say that. That's the form. Or we can use the contraction when we say was not and I wasn't. You weren't, he wasn't, she wasn't, it wasn't, we weren't, or they weren't. Even real examples, we can say that yesterday I wasn't at work. I wasn't at the university. I was at home. Okay? You weren't at the university. You were at home, probably. Right? So let's check more examples. These are negative sentences. They weren't sad. Look at the faces. They weren't sad because they were happy. They were at home, right? Look at here example. She, right? She wasn't at home. She was at work. Okay? So we have studied, we have checked how to use the verb be in the past tense, how to use was and were, how to give affirmative sentences, how to give real information, how to express affirmative sentences, also negative sentences. It's very important to know these, dear students, because it is going to help us to describe past events. Okay, did you like this video? Do you have any question? Please, at the end of the video we are gonna practice, we are gonna answer some questions, we're gonna give you extra practice how to use was and how to use were. Okay, so remember, dear students, to talk about the past is very important. Okay, see you on our next video. See you guys, see you, take care.